ഫോണിരുന്നടിക്കണത് എടുക്കാൻ മടി ഹലോ തിരിച്ചു വിളിക്കാൻ മടി സിംഹാസനമുണ്ട് പക്ഷെ ഭരിക്കാൻ മടി ബ്രോ അത് just too much പണി. I mean I got the throne but I don't want to rule bro. Let me go back home and sleep and shit. So I came up with the name on the day that my first track was going to release. I didn't have it. So I was actually going to go with my original name, and then we found out that like there are like at least 20 artists with the name. And then so I was working with Parimal. Parimal was like, bro, you need to find a name pretty soon. And like, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. So I was like, yeah, I need to like find something. So it was like coup d'etat. You know, so it was like a play on the word coup, C-O-U-P, Couper, like you know, like the one who does it. First had internet and all that. My brother was listening to a lot of rap, and then I was just like following him. It was like Coldplay and like, you know, then we moved to classic rock and all of that. But like I just kept going back to hip hop because I always wanted to like pick me up music because I was like feeling down and shit all the time. Nice. So I was like, yeah, I need to feel powerful and shit. And my brother just like went the bluesy way. So now when we're in the car, it's always like either depressing songs or like, you know, I'm gonna kill you. Shit. The one track that actually got me wanting to write was Where I Am, Eminem. Yeah, so I was like, what, 12, 11 when I heard the song for the first time. I was like, how is this? Because we read poems in books and shit, and then like at first you'd be like, oh, they're making this rhyme, how they're doing it? And then this dude is doing it within the same line and everything, with the alliterations and all of that. And you're just like, how does he do it? And then I used to start trying to like write some stuff to like, you know, sort of like give myself that validation, but it was all dumb shit. So I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed. Yeah, mad. Trying to sort of like just be in sync with all the industry standards and everything. Wow. I just want to like make music and like, you know, get whatever I can from it and like have a good life and shit. Sometimes people are like, what's your vision? I have a vision, bro. Like I just want to like keep creating and keep getting better, and like wherever it takes me, I'm good with it. Because there used to be a time when I didn't have anything that I was really good at, and people would tell you, oh, I think you have like an acumen for this or that, and you just like most people just follow that. And then I had like this one thing that I had the conviction to follow, and I did it by myself. And then you know, when I put my first song out itself, that was a huge win for me because I never thought I would be able to do it. And then after that, every time I release a track, it's just like a W for me. So yeah. Now like everything else is like gravy. So. Yeah, because so the thing is that with Malayalam, there are different ways in which you can like, you know, there's like the textbook Malayalam that we use to like, because the language has sort of stagnated after a point, so it hasn't evolved like Hindi, like the colloquial nature of it. It's now that we're starting to embrace the slangs and like it's more mainstream now. And there are a lot of things like if you're talking about something very serious, for example, and because like movie songs have dominated this industry for a very long time. It used to be very poetic and like, you know, sort of like indirect and meta and all of that. You never talk about it directly, or like like even when you talk about it directly, you can do it like in you know, poetically and stuff. So there's that middle ground that we're trying to like tread, and so it's about like finding the right balance between like different styles inside the same language, but at the same time I want to sort of make understanding Malayalam and like, you know, owning the language and just like representing the language cooler, like because everybody's like, because all throughout like our state and everything, it's just like, oh, you need to fucking learn English, everybody please speak in English in schools and all of that. So kids like feel like if you speak in English, it's like somebody better than you already are or something. And like if you don't it's fine to like not really care about your mother tongue. So that I think one of the things that I want to do is like I want to make speaking in Malayalam cooler, like having a better understanding of the knowledge cooler, stuff like that. Yeah. I need discipline, more discipline, bro, because this, I wanted to have free time, but now the thing is that I used to work on the side, and and that used to like exhaust me a lot. And then I worked hard enough to get to a point where I didn't have to like keep a side gig, and then like now I wake up, I don't know what the fuck to do. So it's just like, and the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So, every Monday I'm just sitting there like, and all my friends from college and all are going to work. I'm just like scrolling through Netflix. I don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah, it's just very confusing. But at the same time, I absolutely enjoy having all of that free time. But at the same time, I think I could use some sort of like discipline as well.
Where were you working?
So in some ways, maybe it's a little conceited to say this, but I feel like the game that I fell in love with was more about like the poetry as well. Like, now it's just like it's rhythm and poetry, but now somehow it's just gotten more about rhythm and like less about poetry. And like, if I feel like sometimes I'm just like too focused on making this shit poetic and like wanting to like engage people in a way where you listen to it and then you come back and listen to it. There's more to pick up, or like there are more like poetic devices there that's left to uncover, but like people are not focused in that way because like the game is not really about the poem anymore, the poetic aspect of it. So I feel like once we have that switch, like once we have like lyrical breakdowns, or like the next generation of rappers come in, like we have more students of the game, like actually like technically proficient rappers would actually get like more appreciation, and maybe that's where it lies for me. Yeah, but so some of the times when I'm just like really lost about like what to talk about, I just like say if I have like if I'm like India, like something like a writer's block or something, I just talk about this shit like in creative ways, like dumb shit that I do at home. Then I write and then I get a line. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is funny. This is like normal shit, but this is funny.
Tell me a line.
There are like. The song called Off Season was entirely like inspired by like COVID time lifestyle and all of that. Like there are lines about the mosquito, like being the last fucking nail on the coffin, and I started writing that song to piss my roommate off because we were listening to like a lot of shit poetry at the time, and we had nothing to do, like so we just so I basically wanted to write a poem that was like that resembled something that we let's listen off of YouTube during that time. And he's also a writer. He's like he's a filmmaker, but he's also a writer. So I just started writing this thing like as a poem to just piss him off in the morning. I just like had this on a piece of paper, and then he woke up and he was like, oh that's cool. Then I had the idea of like turning it into a song. Yeah. It's a track that basically says that I got the throne, but I'm too lazy to rule.
That's fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
Can you do a couple of lines from that track that you really like?
Yeah. I'll just rap those two bars. Phone irunadikkanadedukam madi hello tirichu vilikam badi simhasannamundu pakshe bharikam madi bro. That's just too much funny.
So like, I don't want to be too lazy.
I mean, I got the throne, but I don't want to rule, bro. Let me go back. I want to sleep and shit.